Hi, boys and girls. We are actually moving into a new topic, and it has to do with factors and multiples. So, lesson 22 today in class, we learned about factors, and we've been doing that in our fluency practice, finding the unknown factor, because factor times factor equals product. So, if you know your math facts, you know your factors. So again, it's important to know your math facts because it helps you in all different aspects of math, but also in life in general. So it's important to know your facts pretty fluently so that you're able to access them quickly. Okay, so today we found factor pairs for numbers to 100, which basically means you need to know your math facts to 10 times 10 or 100 and use your knowledge of factors to find prime and composite because numbers are either prime or composite, just like letters are either consonants or vowels. There are a lot more consonants than vowels in the alphabet, and there are a lot more composite numbers than prime numbers. So let's begin. We had this chart for our problem set, so you can refer back to it. And you're going to record the factors of a given number as multiplication sentences and list them in order from least to greatest and say if it's prime or composite. They did an example for you for 8. 1 times 4 is 8, 2 times 4 is 8. So the factors are 1, 2, 4, and 8. And that means it's composite. A number is prime only if it only has two factors, 1 and itself. When you're finding the multiplication sentences for a number, you should always start with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and go in order from least to greatest with your multiplication facts, and that will help you. So let's begin. For 10, 1 times 10 is 10, 2 times 5 is 10. So the factors are 1, 2, 5, and 10. And since there are more than two factors, it's composite. For 11, we can do 1 times 11. Is there another way to make 11, another multiplication sentence? Nope, that's the only one. So the factors are only 1 and 11, which means it's prime. Prime numbers only have factors of 1 and themselves. 14. 1 times 14 is 14. 2 times 7 is 14. Can we multiply 3 to get 14? 4 or 5? No. So the factors are 1, 2, 7, and 14. See, I'm kind of going 1, 2, going around. 1, 2, 7, and 14, and they're separated by commas. And that means it's composite because it has more than two factors. There are more than 1 and 14 are factors, but there are other factors as well. For 17, 1 times 17 is 17. We multiply 2 by a factor to get that? No. The only factors of 17 are 1 and 17, which means it's prime. A prime number only has factors of 1 and itself. For 20, 1 times 20 is 20. 2 times 10 is 20. How about 3? 4? Let me move this over. 4 times 5 is 20. So the factors are 1, 2, 4, 5, and 20. 10 and 20. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Sometimes there are factor rainbows. 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. That means it's composite because it has more than two factors. It does have 1 and itself as a factor, but there are other factors as well. So that means it's composite. 22. 1 times 22 is 22. It's an even number, so we know it's going to be 2. 2 times 11 is 22. How about 3, 4, 5, 6? No. So the factors are 1, 2, 11, and 22. And that means it's composite. 23. 1 times 23 is 23. How about 2, 3, 4? No, just 1 and 23. So that means it's prime. A prime number has factors of 1 and itself and no other factors. 25. 1 times 25 is 25. 2, 3, 4, 5 times 5 is 25. So the factors are 1, 5, and 25. That means it's composite. because it has more, it has an extra factor. It's not just 1 and itself. 26. 1 times 26 is 26. 26 is an even number, so I know it's going to be divisible by 2. So 2 times 13 is 26. You might have to do a division problem and divide it by 2 if you can't do that as mental math. So the factors are 1, 2, 13, and 26, which means it's composite. 27. 1 times 27 is 27, about 2, 3. 3 times 9 is 27. So the factors are 1, 3, 9, and 27. So that's composite. 28. 1 times 28 is 28. Move this over. It's an even number, so I know that it's going to be 2. So 2 times 14 is 28. Uh-oh, what is this about? What did I do? There's no 3. What did I do? And 4 times 7 is 28. So the factors are 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, and 28. And that's composite. It's tempting to just do 1, 28, 2, 24, 4, 7. But you're supposed to list them from the smallest number to the greatest number, the least to the greatest. Good job. This is another way to think of finding factors for numbers. So you're going to find the factors, all the factors for the following numbers, and classify each number as either prime or composite and explain why. So the factor pairs for 19, 1 and 19. It's always 1 in itself. Is there another way to make 19 2? No, because it's an odd number. 3, we count by 3, we count by 4, we count by 5, we count by 6, 7. No? Well, so it's prime because it only has 2 factors, 1 and itself. How about 21? Well, 1 times 21. It's odd, so it's not going to be 2. How about 3? 3 times 7. So it's composite because it has more than 2 factors. This was prime because it only had 2. How about 24? 1 times 24, it's even, so 2 times 12. About 3? 3 times 8. How about 4? 4 times 6. How about 5? Nope. So it's composite because it has more than 2 factors. So here's a question. Brian says that only even numbers are composite. Well, let's see if he's right. List all of the odd numbers less than 20. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. And is Brian's wrong? Well, we have to prove that at least one of these numbers has more than 2 factors. And we know that 15, well, 1 is just 1 in itself. 3 is 1 times 3. 5 is 1 times 5. 7 is 1 times 7. 9, 1 times 9. 11 is 1 times 11. 13 is just 1 times 13. But 15 is 1 times 15, but also 3 times 5. So that means that Brian is wrong because 15 has more than 2 factors. This shows that odd numbers can be composite. It has itself and 1, which would make it prime, but it has another set of factors. Okay? So Julie has 27 grapes to divide evenly among 3 friends. She thinks there'll be no leftovers. Use what you know about factor pairs to explain whether Julie is correct. Well, I know that 1 times 27 is 27, but I also know that 3 times 9 is 27. So I know then the 27 divided by 3 would be even because the factors are 1, 3, 9, and 27. So Julia is correct because, I don't think I need because 3 times 9 is 27. This means that 3 is a factor of 27, so 27 can be divided evenly by 3. Okay, so that is your homework for lesson 22. Again, to make this easier and quicker for you, it's important that you know your math facts, your multiplication and your division. So that is something to work on with apps or flashcards or just listing your 3s and your 4s and your 5s and your 6s and your 7s and your 8s and your 9s. We do our fluency practice every day. but you need to do it also at home so that you become more fluent with your multiplication and division facts. Okay, so I'll see you at school. Bye-bye.